All right, it's time for NFL predictions for week number 6. Mm-hmm. And it is Friday morning as of the recording of this. And what that means is there was a game last night that we do not know the outcome of. We'll make those predictions.
I don't even know who's playing. I didn't look it up.
You do, probably.
Well, I'll explain. First of all, the reason why he's wearing a Florida hat, it is Spirit Week at school. Mm-hmm. They've done different things each day. And it is state day. You pick what state you want.
So I'm dressed like a Floridian.
Yeah.
Straw hat, Florida t-shirt.
I've got swimming
trunks on.
And it literally is like 40 degrees outside.
Flip-flops on my feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 40 degrees. I packed a jacket just in case. But
most
of the day, I will not be wearing it. I'm going to see if I can actually do it.
And Brady is, with a smiley face, he's Maryland. Because he's got all Ravens on. Ethan won last week. He got 10 points. Brady and I both got 9. And so at the end of 5 weeks, Ethan has 47 points. Brady and I are tied at 43. Yep. So plenty of time to go. And so we're going to move on. Last night, there was a game. The Washington Commanders went to Chicago to take on the Bears. Mm-hmm. So Ethan, you're first. We do not know who won this.
Well, you do.
Make your prediction. I do not know.
Washington Commanders versus Chicago. Oh, I did know that.
Washington Commanders
this morning.
Taking on the Chicago Bears. In Chicago, Commanders were 1-4, Bears 2-3. You're first, so you go first.
I'm gonna say Chicago.
You're gonna say Chicago.
I say Washington.
Washington's pretty crappy.
Okay. And then I will say Chicago. Okay? Now, Brady is kind of right. I accidentally saw what happened.
Accidentally or purposely?
Accidentally.
No,
however, in my mind, I had already made the prediction that I picked the Bears. So I stuck with it because it wasn't fair. Because the Commanders won. The Commanders won like 12-9.
2 points.
So Brady is going to get 2 points.
That sounds like
Brady, are you telling me you did not look that up at all?
Nope.
All right, we're going to take your word.
He was on fantasy this morning, and he saw something.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you were trying to pick a player up. You would have seen it.
He also saw that he has a kicker from Tennessee.
Is that my tight end, got me 2 points.
Oh, gosh, we're going to let it stand. But that seems a little shady.
You can't trust Brady. Brady's a good trickster.
No, we're going to take his word because he knows.
All I saw was that my tight end got 2 points.
Yeah, but you didn't see the score right beside it because literally the score would be listed right beside it in fantasy.
No, I don't read anything. I just see the points.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take your word for it. All right. Moving on to Sunday's game. This could be a London game. I don't know because it's listed first, so that's how I've been doing it. You get the 4-1 Minnesota Vikings. They're 4-1. Taking on Miami, who was 3-0. Now they're 3-2. Tua is still not playing. Yeah. Brady, it's your turn. Minnesota 4-1. Miami 3-2. In Miami, but no Tua.
Minnesota.
I am going to absolutely choose Minnesota as well. They've been rolling, and Miami has not looked great without Tua. But anything can happen. Ethan.
I'm going to say Minnesota too.
All right, we all picked that. Then you got New England. They're 2-3. They just won last weekend, which I don't think any of us picked them to beat Detroit. We were kind of holding out Detroit was going to win that game. They did not. The Patriots won easily. Taking on Cleveland, they're also 2-3. They're 2-2, 2-3, 2-3. And so, whose turn would it be first? It'd be my turn to go first, right? No. Yes, because Brady picked Minnesota first. I'm going to go New England. I think Cleveland overall is a better team. But they've not been winning well, and they, of course, don't have Watson, and Cleveland knows how to lose. But I'm going to go New England on this one. Ethan.
I'm going to say Cleveland.
Ooh, he's going to say Cleveland.
Oh, come on. Now I have to
and now he's got to be the tiebreaker, Brady. Now remember, the way we do this, you get 1 point if you get it right. If, say, Ethan hits Cleveland and we both pick New England, Cleveland wins, he gets 2 points. That's
think about it. I can't afford Ethan to get 2 points. Neither of us can.
Yeah?
But I don't necessarily want you to get 2 points. And I have a better feeling for New England, so I guess I'll pick New England.
New England, okay.
I thought of an idea. Sometimes when we look through our list, we point out, this game is probably going to be the best game of the week, or on paper it looks like the best. What we should do is, when we look at this list, not only should we say, on paper this one's going to be the best, but we should also try to name which one we think will be the bottom of the barrel game of the week.
Okay.
What's going to be the most boring game to see.
And the actual best.
I'd say last night. I think it was 12-9. The Commanders and Chicago. Of course, it's a close game. I don't know if that's the exact score. I just saw it real for a second. But that's a good idea, Ethan. I like that. 49ers, they're 3-2, going to Atlanta, who are 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
It would be back to your turn, Ethan.
I'm gonna say San Francisco.
Okay. What about you, Brady? Atlanta 2-3, 49ers are 3-2. Boy, he's really figuring this out.
San Francisco.
San Francisco. I'm gonna agree. I think they're so much better than Atlanta, and they've been playing well.
I heard something from a you can't trust kids at school. No offense if you're watching this video.
Okay.
But I heard one of the kids at school say that San Francisco is not starting Garoppolo this week, but that they're going to be starting a running back
At quarterback?
at quarterback.
I'm not up on
unless
that.
I misheard, and maybe I'm
Trey Lance
insanely wrong.
is still injured. Garoppolo's, I think, doing okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Garoppolo is projected because one of us has Garoppolo, and he's projected to do well.
I have him in my.
Didn't he like beat the Chiefs or something like this? That
Who did they beat
This
last year?
year?
Wasn't the Chiefs? The Chiefs only have one loss. They lost to Indy. Let's continue on. I'm not sure. Tampa Bay, they're 3-2, going to Pittsburgh, formerly Heinz Field. They got a new name for it now. But Pittsburgh is only 1-4. You got a cold?
Oh,
You got a cold. All right. So you've got it's Brady's turn though. Brady, Tampa Bay, 3-2, and you got Pittsburgh who are 1-4.
What's 1 and 2?
Nobody's 1-2. You have Tampa Bay is 3-2, going to Pittsburgh who 1-4.
I say Tampa.
Okay, I agree.
Well, I'm a Floridian today. I keep mispronouncing it. Floridian today.
So
And I'm going to say Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Yeah, Pittsburgh looks horrendous, and I'm loving every second of it. Cincinnati, they're 2-3, going to New Orleans, who I believe won last week at 2-3 as well. That was your upset pick, and New Orleans won. So Cincinnati 2-3, New Orleans 2-3, and it's my turn to go first. I'm going to go Cincinnati on this. New Orleans is not that great. Cincinnati needs the win. They're 2-3. I'm going Cincinnati.
I'm going to agree. And Cincinnati has not had the best season this year.
I guess I'll go with
I've heard people are calling them frauds. That last year that they made it to the Super Bowl, but now they're just really not looking good. I don't know if there's a lot of truth to that. I did also just hear this floating around school, so you never know.
They went on a run, so it wasn't like anybody thought they were the best team. They just got hot at the right time.
Yeah, the Rams are kind of the same right now.
The Rams lost to Dallas last week. So who's your pick?
Well, it's because they got the new
You
Tom
picked
Brady.
Cincy. You got Cincy?
Yeah.
All right, New Orleans at home or Cincinnati on the road? 2-3 on both of these teams.
I already said Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised. That seems like one that Brady would have picked. Baltimore, he's the Ravens fan. They're 3-2. They just lost. Taking on the Giants. Are they for real? They're 4-1. I still don't believe it. But it is Ethan's turn to go. Giants are home.
Baltimore.
Okay.
Baltimore is definitely a better team. Record doesn't always matter. Sometimes you can get upsets. Sometimes you can play crappy teams. Like the Eagles are undefeated, but they have not played the greatest teams.
Well,
I looked yesterday.
That's true.
I mean, they played some all right teams,
And they
pretty
barely beat Detroit.
pretty much all the teams. Yesterday I looked at all their games. Pretty much all the teams they beat are decent. I mean, they played Vikings who are not doing that bad.
Philadelphia did?
Philadelphia beat the Vikings.
Yeah,
they also beat the Cardinals, who are not.
But it was a
they're
closer
just decent.
game.
Yeah. So the record really doesn't mean a lot. It depends on who you beat, really, and
We're going to get on to we'll get on to the 5-0 Eagles later. So
Baltimore.
You're in Baltimore. What about you, Brady? This is your team, Baltimore, 3-2.
I know.
Or the Giants, 4-1.
They always end up doing bad.
Are you going to bet against the Baltimore
when you're
wearing
decked
a Baltimore shirt?
You make your call though. We don't go with sides. We go with who we think we're gonna win.
Baltimore.
I'm gonna agree. And here's the thing: you got the Giants have a better record, and they're at home, and we all picked against the Giants. I don't believe in the Giants, not yet. Baltimore, I think, is better. Here's the one I don't know if we can believe in. What about the Jets? They're 3-2, and I think they've won a couple in a row. They just beat a good team last week and shocked a lot of people. They're going to Green Bay, though, who are also 3-2. So I think we're back to, whose turn is it now? I think I went for Cincinnati, right? So is it Brady's turn? Brady's turn going Jets 3-2, Packers 3-2. This could be, on paper, believe it or not, one of the games of the week. Because
the game of the week is Bills.
Oh, that's true. There's two. This would be third.
We'll get to that.
There's two big games of the week, but this is a good matchup. Maybe on paper, I don't know. Brady
doesn't look too bad.
It's gonna be a tough one to call.
If the Jets are
You go
really
first,
as
Dad.
good as
No, it's your turn to go first. You got to because we go in order. It's your turn. You got a headache?
I say tie.
You can't.
tie,
I'm joking.
You didn't get no points for that.
I'm joking.
unless they tie.
Well, if they tie, yeah, I guess so.
Is it, will they
Tie,
get solo
I get
points?
3 points.
Will they get
No,
solo points if they tie?
Ties are too rare. You can't pick that. Go ahead. Ready?
Come on, Brady. It's not that hard.
You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Green Bay. I agree with you. I'm going Green Bay.
I do too.
I'm not completely sold on the Jets, but I do think they're better than the Giants. But they're in Lambeau. I think the Packers win. Oh, everybody?
Giants.
What?
You said I
I think the Jets are better than the Giants, but they're not better than Green Bay. Jacksonville's 2-3 going to Indy. They're 2-2-1. I think that's their record because they had that tie. Indy did beat the Chiefs. Indy's home. Jacksonville, I thought, was going to win last weekend, and they didn't to the horrible Houston Texans. So we're back to Ethan. No, it's back to me. I go Jacksonville though. I don't. This is tough to pick. I'm still going to go Jacksonville. That was my first thought.
India.
It's kind of tough.
2-3 Jacksonville. 2-2-1.
I'm gonna. It's hard because I do like Indianapolis.
I do like them too, but
Just go Jacksonville. I don't know. This is kind of tough.
come on.
I'm going to say Jacksonville.
All right.
Yes!
So Brady, if the Colts win, Brady gets the double points. Moving on to the later games in the afternoon, the 2-3 Cardinals taking on the 2-3 Seattle Seahawks. This would be Ethan's turn to go first.
I'm going to say Arizona.
Okay.
They haven't really done that well this season, but last year they had a very good season up until the playoffs, up until the second half of the season. They won like 7 games in a row.
What do you
I
think,
they could
Brady?
beat the Seahawks are not that great.
Arizona.
Just because I have no unopposed, I'm going Seattle. They are in Seattle. I don't think either of these teams are outstanding. 1-4 Carolina Panthers. Baker is out for like 6 weeks. I don't think it matters because he stinks. And they already fired their coach, Matt Rule. Gone. They fired him this week. The 1-4 Carolina Panthers
They're turning into the Browns.
going to LA and a
Don't think
surprising
it's down
2-3 Rams. Brady goes first on this.
Rams need this one.
Yeah, I think the Rams absolutely need the win, like you said. And I think Carolina could be the bottom of the barrel. I really do. They don't have a coach now. They don't have a quarterback.
They
So
don't. Wait, what about Baker Mayfield?
Baker is out. As I said, he's out like 7 weeks.
Oh, he must have threw it.
He did something.
Broke his
I don't
arm
know.
by throwing it.
Again.
He always breaks his arm
He has no home
by
because
throwing it in.
he's out of the Cleveland Stadium. And, they just did those commercials.
Oh yeah.
But I absolutely go the Rams. This is the safest pick for me. But anything can happen. What do you think? Cardinals?
I'm gonna say Rams. The Rams.
I do
2-3.
feel
That's not the great.
Can't upset
That's not a great record for the Super Bowl champions, but
Carolina.
they almost have a free win handed to them on a silver platter today.
Yeah.
They need to take advantage of it. If they don't, maybe they really are frauds.
Now we got back-to-back, not only games of the week, but games of the season so far, possibly.
yeah.
You get the 4-1 Bills taking on the 4-1 Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead.
What a good game last year. It was a
Yeah.
great game last year.
Bills.
Bill, you go first, don't you, Brady? All right.
Yes.
This is tough. Because the Chiefs, I'm going to go Bills as well. I think they've turned the page, turned the corner. They look great. But so are the Chiefs.
I'm gonna say the Chiefs. The reason why, I was gonna say the Bills. The only reason why is because both of these teams are about the same. Maybe the Bills are just a tad better this season.
You get
but
two
they're
of
about
those.
the same. They're 4-1.
I
They're
got
both
two as
great
well.
teams. And last year when they fought, it was pretty much a stalemate the whole game. It only depended on that coin flip that the Bills lost, and then Kansas City got the touchdown. But I was going to pick the Bills, but only because I'm unopposed. I'm going to say Kansas because I feel like they have just as good of a chance of winning.
All right, it's going to be a good game, at least on paper.
Let's hope so.
Then we got the Sunday night game. I'll tell you right, after week 1, Cowboys lost. I said, it's over. Dak's out. I am a Cowboys fan. However, they let me down for the last 25 years.
So it's not.
Now they've won 4 in a row. They're at 4-1. And you think, hey man, they're doing pretty good. Cooper Rush is doing great. However, there's always the. It's like when your team's really good, and then all of a sudden, like, there's another team that's just a little better, and that's Philadelphia, the only undefeated team at 5-1. Like he said, I don't know if they haven't played like an outstanding team.
No.
They
played like Jacksonville.
Minnesota's good.
They played Jacksonville. They played Cardinals.
Detroit.
They played Detroit. They played the Vikings, and they played somebody else that was not that good.
In all honesty,
Jacksonville.
Yeah, you said.
Did I already say that?
Jacksonville, I thought
Somebody
was
not
good. Detroit, the first game, it was a really competitive game, but they're not good. Minnesota is good. I don't know who the other team they played, but I don't think they played the Chiefs or a Bills or
Dallas.
Or Green Bay, or Dallas.
Dallas has played the NFC / Super Bowl champions from last year
They
and
beat
the
the Rams.
AFC champions and won both. They beat
That's
the Bengals
true.
too.
They beat the Bengals, and did Philadelphia play the Bengals?
No.
No, okay.
They did
So
not.
that's true. They beat both Super Bowl teams, but they beat the Commanders. They're not any good. They beat the Giants. They're 4-1, but I don't really think they're that good. This is a tough one to call, possibly.
I know what
I go first because it's my turn, and I'm going Philadelphia because they're in Philly, because I think they're a little better, and I want the Cowboys to win, and I'm going to root for them, and I'm going to hope they win. But they let me down 25 years. It's hard to go with Dallas. You're just going to skip the line and go Dallas. Ethan.
I have picked Dallas.
Ethan picked last time.
I have picked Dallas every single week except week 2 because on week 2 I said, they're bringing in a backup quarterback, and they might have been playing they're playing somebody who was.
They beat Cincinnati, I think.
Yeah, on week 2, and I did not pick them. But then after that, they started doing well. They've been winning a lot. And the last couple weeks, I had picked them. I picked them on week 1 to beat Tampa Bay. They let me down. I beat them on last week to beat the Rams, which was an upset, and they did. And a lot of times, I only pick Dallas, not just because I think that they're better than Philadelphia right now, but it's that they're my team. And I'm not just picking them just because they're my favorite, because if Carolina's my favorite...
Just pick a team!
Well, listen, if Carolina was my favorite and I picked them every week, well, they'd still lose. I wouldn't do that. I'm only picking Dallas this week because I think that maybe they're not as good as Philadelphia, but I think that they have it in them to beat them.
I think they absolutely can beat them. And I would love to see somebody deflate Philly because they're being puffed up good. They look good. But they haven't really played anybody outstanding besides Minnesota. And I'm not sure if they're really as good as their record. But I don't know. I still going to go Philly. And it is what it is. Monday night, you got Denver. They're 2-3, the last game of the week, taking on the Chargers, who beat the Browns last week at 3-2. It is Brady's turn to go first. He reminded me that we skipped him. So
No, I was just reminding you that Ethan picked last 2 times.
then I'll let you pick first this time. Denver, 2-3, or the LA Chargers at 3-2.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ready? Ready?
I say Chargers.
Chargers. Ethan. No, it's my turn. I'm going to go Chargers as well.
Me too.
All right, we all got them. Now, for the first week so far this season, Detroit, Houston, Vegas, and the Tennessee Titans are all on a bye this week. Byes will begin. They begin this week. So we'll see what happens. We're neck and neck. Ethan's a few points ahead. Let's take a picture for the thumbnail. Ready?